Hey, my name is Beth, and I am an artist, and I'm just showing you the space inside this house I manifested that has all of these amazing drawings that Jessica Serran created for me once upon a long, long time ago. But she had a project called Need Help, and you could send her a little bit of money and a thing, and she'd send you a drawing. So that's how I wanted to start my introduction. I knew Jessica way back in our groovy school. Once upon a time, I was an art gallery owner. I've been a serial art gallery owner and creativity facilitator for 30 years. And in this gallery, I started in my 20s in LA. There was an artist named Chombe, Rudy Van Brussel, and this is one of his very, very, very early works. So I have that in this oasis I've created for childhood. I call it the childhood sanctuary, and maybe one day there will be grandchildren, but maybe there will just be this honoring of childhood and healthy childhood and life on the planet is central to all of the things that I make art with and for and about. And part of the work that I've been doing lately is magic marking. And another one of our colleagues from the groovy art school we went to does a mandala project at the beginning of every year, and I've been traveling with her for Judy Shintani is her name. I've been making work with her for about 8 years. For the first 12 days of the last 8 years, I show up on the page with what could be, symbolic process and possibility for the coming year. And inside of those mandalas, the magic marking begets the collage mandalas, and those really become, in their secret magical way, manifestation tools for the rest of my life. And so my work is to show up in the studio, sit my ass in the studio. That was an early course that Jessica taught, and to do what is ready to be done. And speaking in the art of the now, the here and the now, I create magic markings, and I create collage spaces, and I create assemblage, and I create altars, mostly for the dead, to honor the ancestors and to honor that impulse that some creative people have towards suicide. And my master's project really was, dressing up in all my spirit gear and sweeping the suicide spirit off the Golden Gate Bridge. So one, I would not jump, and two, none of the other, gay people in San Francisco who couldn't figure out how to be gay, or artists who couldn't figure out how to be in the world, that would just stop that kind of dying. and instead, show up in the studio and keep working it out, because the art really is healing. And so with my transformative arts degree and my life's dedication to art and healing, and my commitment to sustainability and truth and recycling and upcycling and making with the material world, I've manifested a space where there's a sister ring of redwoods in the backyard, and there's a yellow door of welcome. And it's this space in Crestline, California, in the San Bernardino National Forest, 14 miles up from the city, and an hour and a half from LA, and an hour and a half from Palm Springs, and an hour and a half from the beach. In either direction. I've made this sustainability studio in hopes that it will become a sustainability residency, where art can get made and life can get innovated in such a way that it keeps going on and on and on and on and on. So that's what I'm doing here, and I think there was an invitation in the introduction to say what we're doing in these powerful ways as if it is true, because it is. So I am here making art, an art and sustainability studio. I've launched my art and sustainability consulting practice for individuals, couples, families, communities, and the earth. I have a corporate consulting arm that allows me to do employee engagement work with folks that are ready to kind of take that on and sort of move from, capitalism to conscious capitalism, and maybe even setting up that sort of B Corp idea. The idea is central to a B corporation that allow for companies to actually do good and be good for the earth based on how they produce and what they do with waste, how they treat their employees, and what level of integration for all the kinds of folks that want to work there, how that shows up on their boards and in their hiring practices. So that's what I'm up to. My name is Beth Benson. I am in the studio in Crestline, California, and I'm honored and thrilled to be a part of the 5-day deep dive into launching an art career in a meaningful and profitable and purpose-filled way. Thank you so much, Jessica. I'm so excited. Bye for now. Thanks for coming to the studio with me.